Breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul. His attorney tells CNN that he is currently being processed. The charges are unclear as of this moment.
Diddy is frustrated, not just by the allegations against him, but also by what he sees as Jay-Z's ultimate betrayal. Rumors have circulated that Jay-Z secretly worked with the FBI, supplying information that helped build the case against his old pal. Diddy, outraged and angry, allegedly spoke to close friends that Jay-Z was a snake in the grass, who played both sides to preserve his own empire. His once unwavering loyalty has been shattered, and he is now hell-bent on revenge, aiming to reveal the industry's dirty secrets, including Jay-Z's.
Okay, now speaking of the ruination of one's legacy, let's talk about P. Diddy, Sean Combs. My God, he is in a whole ton of trouble.
Sean Diddy Combs, formerly regarded as a hip-hop tycoon and wealthy entrepreneur, is currently facing a number of criminal allegations that could destroy his career and legacy. The arrest, which took place in September 2024, shook the music industry as well as his millions of followers. What complicates this scenario is rumors that Diddy's longtime buddy and fellow music titan Jay-Z may have helped with federal investigators in the inquiry that led to Diddy's end.
A year ago, Sean Combs stood in Times Square and was handed a key to New York City. Today, he's been indicted and will face justice in the Southern District of New York.
One of the most famous names in the hip-hop world is now facing 3 charges in federal court.
Before getting into the allegations, it's important to appreciate Diddy's effect throughout the last 3 decades. Diddy, born Sean Combs, rose to popularity in the 1990s as a producer and entrepreneur who helped launch the careers of numerous well-known singers through his Bad Boy Records label. With artists such as the notorious Big Mace and Faith Evans, Diddy helped define East Coast hip-hop during a golden era.
Sean Combs, also known as P. Diddy, is worth close to $1 billion. It seems as though each time he changed his nickname, he started a new endeavor which made him even more money.
His success was not restricted to music. Diddy expanded his portfolio by founding his clothing label, Sean John, entering the film industry and purchasing shares in high-end businesses like Ciroc Vodka. By the 2000s, Diddy had established himself as a cultural and corporate phenomenon, representing the strength and impact of hip-hop beyond music. But with the apparent glory, there were rumors of darker activity that would take years to come to light. His party soon became infamous. There are reports of drug usage, prostitution, and many other activities that are common in his parties. Federal indictment, the charges against Diddy. The matter exploded when Diddy was charged on September 16, 2024, following years of FBI investigation. The indictment accuses Diddy of conducting a criminal business that included racketeering, sex trafficking, and forced labor, among other crimes. According to federal authorities, Diddy exploited his immense wealth and power to force women into exploitative situations. He reportedly pushed young ladies into performing sexual activities for his high-profile customers and friends at luxury parties held on his estates in New York, Miami, and Los Angeles.
This office is determined to investigate and prosecute anyone who engages in sex trafficking, no matter how powerful or wealthy or famous you may be. No one should doubt our commitment on that.
This indictment gives a disturbing picture of Diddy's life behind the scenes. Federal officials believe that his properties, particularly his mansion on Miami's Star Island, were hubs for unlawful activity, with women being deceived, blackmailed, or pressured into participating in illegal sex activities. Furthermore, the racketeering accusations indicate that Diddy's economic empire was not just a legitimate music and entertainment company, but also a front for unlawful activities. According to the indictment, many of Diddy's firms, including Bad Boy Records, participated in a plot to launder money and hide illegal activity.
And I did ask that person, do you believe there are sex tapes in the possession of the authorities? And this person said, absolutely. Do not know what exactly they show, though, at this point, but that there's no doubt that the feds have sex tapes of P. Diddy's.
FBI investigation, how it all unfolded. The FBI's investigation into Diddy apparently began several years prior to his imprisonment, fueled by rising suspicion of his behavior and insider knowledge. According to federal sources, the investigation was complicated, with undercover operatives, wiretaps, and extensive monitoring.
They're gonna probably be arresting me just because we want to have a good time.
Multiple safes broken into, drawers ripped open, closets ransacked, boxes of gun ammo and Grammy Awards.
Things began to crumble in 2023 when one of Diddy's close pals became a cooperating witness. This person, whose identity is being kept secret for legal reasons, allegedly gave key information about Diddy's activities, including the identities of high-profile clientele who visited his house parties.
Arrest of a former SU basketball walk-on player, Brendan Paul, who's part, police say, of a sex trafficking investigation of rap mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs. Paul is accused in court documents of being Combs' drug mule.
One of the most alarming elements of this investigation is Diddy's alleged tight links to organized criminal groups, some of whom helped orchestrate his sex trafficking activities. Prosecutors believe Diddy collaborated with criminal groups to assure his security from law enforcement and to minimize potential witnesses. The FBI raids in early 2024 produced most of the material that led to Diddy's arrest. During these operations, federal officials recovered papers, videos, and computers that they believe indicate his extensive participation in sex trafficking and forced labor. Jay-Z's alleged role, cooperation or coincidence? The arrest of Diddy is surprising enough, but the possibility of Jay-Z's participation adds another dimension of mystery. For decades, the two hip-hop superstars have had an unstable connection, alternating between enemies and partners. While there is no concrete proof tying Jay-Z to the FBI inquiry, speculations suggest that he may have helped with federal officials to safeguard his personal interests.
Let me just say this. I think that generally with increasing frequency, the word cooperative or cooperating has taken on tremendous elasticity and no longer really bears any relation to what the word means when we use it.
Some sources believe Jay-Z, who is now a global corporate figure and millionaire, wanted to separate himself from Diddy's growing legal problems. Jay-Z's company, which includes the music streaming service Tidal, the Roc Nation label, and other real estate and fashion collaborations, might have been threatened if he was tied to Diddy's illegal activity. As a result, it is believed that Jay-Z may have offered information to the FBI in exchange for protection from any potential consequences. While these charges are speculative, the prospect of Jay-Z collaborating with authorities has damaged his relationship with Diddy. Diddy has hinted at betrayal in interviews since his imprisonment, but he has not specifically mentioned Jay-Z. Nonetheless, this situation has sparked extensive debate about loyalty and connections at the top of the music industry.
LeBron James comments on P. Diddy getting arrested and basically saying that he had a weird feeling today was the day the feds will actually catch up to Diddy. I guess we can all confirm that LeBron James was the anonymous tipster that gave him. No.
Diddy's defense. Fighting charges. Diddy has maintained his innocence since the allegations were publicized, and his legal team is preparing a strong defense. His defenders have presented the case as an overreach by federal authorities, arguing that the FBI probe is based on untrustworthy witnesses and circumstantial evidence. They have accused the FBI of exploiting Diddy's fame to make a political statement, and they claim that many of the witnesses testifying against him have other objectives, including financial gain.
Breaking news in the Sean Diddy Combs case. He's back in federal court today in Manhattan, this time trying to secure bail. The music mogul was denied bail yesterday after his arrest on sex trafficking and other charges. Prosecutors say that the charges stem from years of sexual abuse and threats against women.
Diddy's defense includes a challenge to the credibility of the FBI's evidence. His legal team has previously questioned the constitutionality of the wiretaps and other monitoring techniques used to acquire evidence. They claim that most of the evidence gathered through these methods violates Diddy's right to privacy and due process. Furthermore, Diddy's attorneys are anticipated to undermine the evidence of cooperating witnesses, portraying them as opportunists seeking deals in exchange for leniency. Some of these witnesses, they believe, have been involved in Diddy's activities for years and are now trying to shift their responsibility to him in order to avoid their own criminal charges.
Because, again, his defense team is trying to get him out on this $50 million bond. And, Alex, it does... Oh, my producer just told me in my ear he has been ordered held again. Okay, so the Judge Andrew Carter has decided that Sean Diddy Combs will be held again in a federal facility.
Despite the seriousness of the allegations, Diddy is optimistic that he can clear his reputation. He has voiced dissatisfaction at what he sees as an intentional attempt to bring him down and has promised to fight back in court. His team is not just trying to refute the claims, but are also conducting a public relations campaign that will repair his reputation. Public reaction and its impact on Diddy's empire. The reaction to Diddy's arrest has been immediate and furious, with fans, industry insiders, and media outlets all commenting on the issue. The allegations against Diddy, according to some, are a devastating blow to his career as one of hip-hop's most successful and influential figures. Many fans, particularly those who grew up during the Bad Boy Records era, are having trouble connecting the allegations with Diddy's reputation as a revolutionary entrepreneur and artist.
These cases are generally brought against mobs, so they are describing a criminal enterprise that involved trafficking of underage people across state lines to have, and they dub them freak-offs.
Others are less shocked given long-standing suspicions about Diddy's darker activities behind the scenes. Multiple claims of crimes against Diddy have surfaced over the years, but none have resulted in significant judicial charges. Until now. The consequences from Diddy's arrest is expected to have a major impact on his economic empire. Many of his businesses, including Ciroc, Revolt TV, and his fashion line Sean John, are primarily reliant on his public image and personal brand. With criminal accusations coming, these firms might face significant financial damages. Some of Diddy's business associates have already started to distance themselves from him. For instance, a big sponsorship contract with a premium company was allegedly dropped just days following his arrest. Meanwhile, Revolt TV, Diddy's media firm formed in 2013, is receiving boycott demands from some members of the public who are offended by the charges.
Earlier today, America's Best Contacts and Eyeglasses said they have stopped all sales of his Sean John frames. A number of stores received a message last week to remove all the frames and replace them on the store display shelves. Diddy's music has already been removed from all Peloton devices following a number of sexual assault and trafficking allegations.
The legal and cultural implications. Diddy's case has the potential to be one of the biggest legal battles in the entertainment business in years. If convicted, Diddy could spend decades behind bars, ultimately ruining his career and business enterprises. The case is also likely to have larger cultural consequences, particularly in the hip-hop community, where musicians are sometimes praised for overcoming hardships and constructing empires from the bottom up.
The woman claims the president of Combs' Bad Boy Records picked her up when she was just 17 years old and still in high school. This was back in Michigan in 2003. She was flown in a private jet to New York and met with Combs during a recording session. The woman claims that Combs and others got her drunk and then took advantage of her before putting her on a plane back to Detroit.
However, this case raises serious concerns about power, influence, and responsibility in the music business. For years, the hip-hop community has been accused of creating a culture that abuses women and promotes illegal activity. The allegations against Diddy, particularly those involving sex trafficking and forced labor, might spark an uproar in the industry, forcing musicians and executives to confront the ugly side of their success. However, as this legal process plays out, it becomes evident that many concerns remain unresolved, including the scope of Jay-Z's claimed involvement in the inquiry.
We're learning from our Aaron Katursky, who's in that courtroom, that already this judge was pretty skeptical of some of the arguments that the defense team was making on Diddy's behalf.
Yeah, and that order just coming down right now, Kana, that through the day today, it appeared that the judge was from the beginning skeptical about this, talking about that video that was seen around the world in L.A. of Combs allegedly attacking his then-girlfriend.
Diddy has pledged to fight the allegations, but with the federal government against him, his route to redemption seems questionable. For the time being, both the music business and the general public must deal with the bombshell findings and the potential that one of hip-hop's most recognizable characters might have been involved in horrible acts. The following months will be critical, as Diddy prepares for a lengthy court battle that might alter the path of his life and legacy forever. Only time will tell if Diddy is actually innocent or not. But judging by the evidence, Diddy's limelight has definitely ended. So what do you guys think of this new controversy? Do you think Jay-Z had something to do with his arrest? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to our channel for more juicy, sensational rap news. And don't forget to press the bell icon for regular updates. Thank you all for watching.